new money, when it's not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Round 80!
March 56!
Sunday. It's been a long day for you.
Slam! Slam! Watch the ship! Watch the ship!
52.
Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Jack!
Here we go!
They begin with a run by Smith. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Allen off the play fake. He completes it to Tate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check! Crunch! Crunch! Crunch!
A give to Smith out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tremont Smith, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf! Shoot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Come on, set! 50, plant.
Hey, get
General West.
Shoot! Slam! Check 52.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the gun, Parker. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now. 8, read.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Parker from the gun on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Showing it.
Monday.
Check.
A first down carry for Smith.
Check 13. Check 13.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
24 is the money. Pick it up.
Hey, tight. Hey, Echo.
On second and 15 now. Allen escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready? 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got him. 29.
Here's Allen. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, it's Smith. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
19.
56, right there.
Pass 85, pass 85.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Like 56. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
Done.
Smith trying to run for it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check it out.
On 2nd and goal, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Alert. 5 wide.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the eye.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
30 base. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Parker. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch out for Hill on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
65. Alert. Hey, check 24. Pass. 29 is the mic. Hey, high 7.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I smell fear in that offense. Kill. Turn up. 56. Middle. Tighten up.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for his 2nd. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Stop. Here we go.
Here we go now with Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Hey, exit.
Parker now from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Block, motion, block.
52.
Where's the mic? Come on.
Hey, Alpha.
24 is the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
24 is the mic.
To throw again. Allen. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Done.
Three down.
A final shot before half for Allen. That's complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
You're gonna do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Parker. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Penny, the first down carry. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, Raiders.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get it.
Parker on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. He's checking.
Hey,
Looking to throw. Parker looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Now Parker throwing on fourth down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
So don't say nothing. Wide. Get wide. Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. On the ball. 5.
To throw is Parker. Throwing again. It's Williams on the catch. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's Parker on third down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Daniel Carlson on
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the air, Allen. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
at their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Look at me. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Parker, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
All right, 50. 55. Alert. Don't get nervous. Mike.
On first down, Allen. That one complete to Hill. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a run with Anderson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Kill. Hey, tight. 80 weapons.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tremont Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Parker. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Steve 6.
Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got motion. Back up. 24 is the mic. Check. 24 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got Smith here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Raiders first down.
21, check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I go.
Parker now, throwing on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2nd and 9 now. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike 29.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Blue draw forfeit.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.